Hello everyone, welcome back to the card draft. Today's a little different from the usual, no gameplay, no unboxing. I want to talk through everything we know about the upcoming Magic the Gathering sets because honestly, there's a lot coming between now and the end of 2027. Quick heads up, MagicCon Amsterdam just happened, so a good chunk of this is fresh info straight from Wizards. As for the rest of 2026, we've got 3 sets left. First up, we have The Hobbit, which comes out August 14th, 2026. Pre-release starts August 7th. This is a Universes Beyond set adapting Bilbo's journey from Bag End to the Lonely Mountain. And it's actually the first Tolkien-based Magic set that's legal in Standard, not just Eternal formats, following up on Lord of the Rings, Tales of Middle-earth, which is one of the best-selling Magic sets ever made. The primary mechanic returning is Adventure, from Throne of Eldraine. Each adventure card has a spell half you cast first, then a creature half you cast later on from exile, which fits Bilbo's story of one clever trick after another really well. There's also a new storied mechanic on cards like Thorin Oakenshield, which turns on permanently once you've collected 3 historic card types on the battlefield at once. Expect heavy dwarf and halfling tribal support, big legends like Smaug, Thorin, and Bilbo to build commander decks around, and Song Sagas returning from the last Tolkien set. One thing worth noting, there are no traditional commander pre-constructed decks shipping with this release, so deck building is on you. Next up on the list for 2026, we have Reality Fracture, which comes out October 2nd, 2026. This is the conclusion of the story arc that's been building since Wilds of Eldraine back in 2023, and it centers on Jace Beleren, who's taken on a new identity called the Theorist after being traumatized by the new Phyrexian invasion. Jace creates an alternative reality called the Echoverse, his own version of a perfect multiverse, free of villains like Nicol Bolas and the Eldrazi. The big hook, every booster pack contains 2 versions of the same legendary creature or planeswalker, the original and their Echoverse counterpart, which is always a different color, reflecting how their life would have gone differently. So you'll see things like Chandra reimagined as calm and reserved instead of fury, because in this reality, she never lost her father and never became a pyromancer. Liliana, Ajani, Vraska, and Garruk are all getting color swapped Echoverse versions too. Wizards has been clear, this isn't a repeat of Planar Chaos, they're not breaking the color pie, just reimagining characters within it. The main location is Hexhaven, a twisted mirror of Strixhaven. Last but certainly not least, we have Star Trek that comes out November 13th, 2026. A Universes Beyond crossover, timed to release alongside MagicCon Atlanta. Captains like Kirk and Janeway show up as mythic legendary creatures with a new officer creature type. Janeway, for example, lets you play an extra land per turn and grants Explore whenever a creature enters. New mechanics include Dilemma, triggers when you cast a model spell, and Federation, cares about how many non-Borg creatures you control. Plus, the spacecraft card type is back from Edge of Eternities. For collectors, this is a big one. There are 7 headliner cards signed with actual autographs from the actors, Shatner, Mulgrew, and others. And the 10 classic lands are getting a full LCARS framed Texas treatment, the first Texas Shocklands ever printed. For the first set that we know of for 2027 is Nauctis, the Sunken Realm, which comes out February 5th, 2027. This is a brand new plane, not a returning one. Magic's first proper deep dive into an underwater setting. Expect merfolk, seals, homoraids, and sea deities who command the currents and their followers. The story centers on rising tension between 2 warring undersea kingdoms, with an unlikely group of heroes trying to stop their home from being swallowed by the sea. This kicks off a whole new multi-year story arc, so it's a good jumping on point if you haven't been following the lore. Next, we have Kamigawa Titanbreach, which comes out June 4th of 2027. This one's a crossover between 2 existing planes, the mechs and the samurai of Kamigawa, versus the giant kaiju-style monsters of Ikoria, which have crash landed into their world. The the people of Kamigawa have to unite to fight off the threat before it consumes their home. If you're already familiar with Kamigawa's aesthetic, this is a monsters invade story on top of it. Next up we have Zhalfir, which comes out October 1st, 2027. Zhalfir is a deep cut plane for long-time lore fans. It was originally tied to the Minaria and phased out of existence for a long time before becoming its own standalone plane. The big story hook, Teferi, one of Magic's most iconic planeswalkers and the master of time magic, returns home to Zhalfir for the first time in ages, giving a new generation of players a proper introduction to him. Wizards is describing the plane's aesthetic as Afro-fantasy combined with chronomancy, time-bending magic tied directly to Zhalfir's history. Very light on mechanical details so far, but expect time manipulation themes given to Teferi's presence. Last but not least, let's go over the unannounced Universes Beyond sets. 3 more crossover sets are confirmed for April, August, and November of 2027. Settings not revealed yet, though rumors floating around include another Marvel set continuing the Infinity Stone storyline, plus speculations on things like Mistborn, Cosmere, Game of Thrones, or even Zelda, now that Hasbro's confirmed it holds toy rights to that franchise. Nothing official yet, so take that as pure speculation. So, that's the full picture through 2027. 3 sets left this year, then a brand new story arc kicking off next year with Nauctis, Kamigawa, Titanbreach, and Zhalfir. Plus 3 mystery crossover sets still to be announced. If you want me to do a deeper dive on any of these, mechanics, precon spoilers, as they get closer, let me know in the comments which one to cover first. Thank you for watching. If you're into TCG content, drop a like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.